Did you know that there is a secret to lightning fast subtraction? Take this for example, 5,000 minus 2578. Some people actually can do this kind of subtraction in their minds. And I can guarantee you that by the end of this video, you will be able to do that a lot faster than you used to. Here are some tips as we go along. First and foremost, practice as we go. Secondly, you can use the useful tools like play and pause button or even the speed adjustment to keep up. And this is the most obvious one. You need to complete the journey. And there will be a little test for you at the end of the video. I'm going to have to assume that you are already familiar with these kinds of subtraction. 10 minus a single digit number, like one of these. If you think you're already quite comfortable with these, then this is definitely the path to mastery for you. So let's get into it. Let's do 100 minus 39. The technique is very intuitive. You only look at all but the ones digit. So take 10 and 3 here. You got to think of the number that when plus 3 gives you 1 less than 10, and that is 6. Moving on to the next digits. Of course, I'm not asking you to do 0 minus 9 because that would be the normal way. But we are thinking of the number when plus 9 gives you 10. So we need one more, and that will make it 1. So the answer is 61. Let's take similar problem. 100 minus 74. Again, the first part, 10 and 7. Thinking of the number that when plus 7 gives you 9. So that would be 2 for the first digit. And of course, this is going to be 6 because 6 plus 4 will be 10. And the answer is 26. Easy, right? Now, let's do some real practice. I'm giving you 6 problems. They're all similar. And I can assure you that after just these 6 problems, you will start to get used to the technique, okay? The first one, 100 minus 13. What plus 1 gives you 9? That is 8. What plus 3 gives you 10? That is 7. So the answer is 87. So far, so good. 100 minus 89. The first two gives you 1, and then the last one gives you 1. That's kind of like obvious. The third problem. What plus 7 gives you 9 is 2. What plus 4 gives you 10? That is 6. So the answer is 26. Easy, right? Now, if you're still listening to me, you should be able to do it by yourself now for the last 3 problems. Well done. I know that was quite some work, but our work is unfinished. In order to move on to the next level, you need to get more used to the numbers that are not in tens. Take 20 minus 12, for example, looking at the first part, because we want to keep 1 less than the actual subtraction. We don't put any first digit there. And look at the next one, 2 plus 8 equals 10. So the answer here is just 8. And of course, I know you can do 20 minus 12 in your mind, but this is just the principle that we use all the time. Moving on to the next one. Now this time, because the actual subtraction is 2, we do 1 less. So the first digit here should be 1. And then again, 1 plus 9 would be equal to 10. So the answer should be 11. Starting to get used to it, right? 40 minus 23. Again, the actual subtraction would give you 2, but we do 1 less, right? And then 7 plus 3 would give you 10. So the answer is 17. I'm going to do the last one here and leave you to the rest of the problems. 50 minus 24. You guessed it. We're going to need 2 for that. And then 4 plus, what gives you 10? 6. So the answer is 26, of course. And now your turn to practice. How was it? That should familiarize you with the concept even in a greater depth. Now, let's do some real challenge here. It is not going to be 100 minus anymore. And you will see why we did what we did just now. So take the first one, 200 minus 65. Looking at the first part again. So we do one less than the actual subtraction. That gives us 13. Moving on to the next part. Obviously, that is 5. So the answer is 135. I hope that's not too bad. Now, to keep pushing the boundaries, take 3-digit subtraction. 200 minus 176. Looking at the first part again, 20 and 17. As we do one less, that would be 2. And then what plus 6 gives you 10? That would be, of course, 4. So the answer is 24. Let's ramp up the numbers a little bit. 300 minus 123. Now you should try. That's right, 17. And then the last one is 7. Well done. I know some of you might be bored right now, but don't just leave yet. Remember, I have the real test waiting for you at the end. 100 minus 78. We have done quite some 100 minus problems already. So if all the work we did helped, then you should see already that is 21. And then the last one is easier. It's just 6. The answer is 216. And this is the initial problem that I showed you at the beginning of the video, 5,000 minus 2578. As we have gone quite the distance so far, you should be able to see that if we do 500 with 257 first, that should be one less, which is 242. Maybe take some time to think about this one. See if it makes sense to you. And then the last number again, what plus 8 give you 10, which is 2. So that is 24, 22. Now, all of this seems too good to be true, but when you use it in everyday life, you're not going to be able to write these numbers. You might see a problem in line, something like this. Then this is another level. You should be able to visualize the numbers in your head. They are, again, 100 minus problems, but I will not put them into columns for you. If you want to challenge yourself even more, maybe just close your eyes and listen to my voice. Hopefully, that's not going to make you sleepy. But when you close your eyes, you can visualize the numbers in your head and try come up with the number as we go along. And of course, I'll keep saying the answers to make sure that you follow and maybe get the right answers. So the first problem, 100 minus 12, again, is just the first part where you have 10 and 1. You should intuitively come up with 8. And then think of the last digit of the subtractor, which is 2, and that is going to be 88. You see, it's not that hard. Next problem, 100 minus 38. Again, visualize because we have number 3. So you would get number 6 in your mind. And then because the last digit is number 8, then that is just 62 altogether. See? That's easy, right? I use it all the time. 100 minus 73. Intuitively, you probably don't have to think about the first part of the first number. And if you think of 7, you need to go 2 more to get to 9. And then again, looking at number 3, you would have 7. And the answer is 27. Last problem in this set, 100 minus 87. The first one, again, is 1. And then the next one is 3. If you feel like you are still catching up, maybe try go back to the column subtraction, and you should be able to polish the technique. Now it's time for the real test. Now I'll give you 6 different problems in the order of difficulty from easy to hard, and each problem will have a limited time. So, are you ready? Let's go. How was it? They were all fine, right? Let's look at the answers for all of them. Now, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. We are a new channel, so it would be great if you can support us. I'll see you in the next video.